What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video, we are going to be going over what I believe is the best squad you can pick up for 60k MT. If we get it, let's just say 200 likes on this video, that would be absolutely insane. And honestly, I think at this stage, this team can compete in Supermax. Sorry, not Supermax, MyTEAM Unlimited. I think that this team can easily compete. You can easily win games with this team. And like, I know a lot of you guys are seeing teams with all diamond players. You guys are seeing guys with like 5 pink diamonds, but realistically, you're not going to be coming up against that team too often. Like, I think I've come up against a guy with a full diamond squad once out of the 80 or so games I've played. So the vast majority of people are still using budget squads at this stage in the game. So honestly, with a 60k MT squad, if you're one of those people that only have 60k MT, if you're looking for a budget squad, don't worry, you will probably end up coming up against budget squads in most games. But anyway, now let's go over the squad. At the point guard position, I'm going to run a guy that's just a beast, Damian Lillard. At the 2, I'm going to run his dynamic duo, McCollum. Unfortunately, the menu is still glitched, so you can't actually see the dynamic duos. But with the dynamic duo, Damian Lillard goes up to an open shot 3, while all his 3-point shots go +4, as well as his ball control going up to a 90. For McCollum, the duo makes his 3-pointer go up to an 86, I think, or is it 88? Just give me 1 second, I'm just checking 2K19 Central. His 3-point actually goes up to an 88, and his open shot mid all his mid-range shots go up 5, so he becomes a great mid-range shooter as well. So the two of these guys become unbelievable shooters with the dynamic duo. Damian Lillard is a beast as is, 88 offense, 82 defense, overall one of the best releases in the game. Great shot 3. He's got a good enough driving dunk, even though his tendency is only 50, he does dunk quite a bit. He's got really good ball control, goes to 90 with the duo. He's got good speed with balls and acceleration, good vertical. Defensive stats leave a lot to be desired, but they're not as bad as last year. McCollum is 6'3", even though I think he was 6'4" last year. He can't dunk. Driving dunk 35 and tendency of 50. Like, he literally can't dunk. I've tried to dunk on fast breaks and he won't do it. But he's a really nice shooter, and he just makes Lillard arguably the best actual position point guard in the game. He plays better than Curry for me. And he plays better. I'm trying to think actual point guards. Curry's really good. And there's probably a few better diamond ones, but I haven't used many of them. At the small forward, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're using a budget squad, Jayson Tatum is one of the best players that you can use. Tatum, he's big, he's 6'8", he's got the height. He's great offensively, he's got a good shot mid, he's got a good shot 3. He can dunk, he's got a decent enough post fadeaway, I think. No, he doesn't actually. I've actually been shooting a lot of them with him because I thought it was alright. Not the best ball control, but he does have decent speeds with ball and acceleration, and his defense is not awful. Stats wise, not great, but to be honest, he's just big enough that it's not terrible. At the power forward position and center of this squad are our 2 most expensive players. At the power forward, we are going to be running with, where is it? Kristaps Porzingis. He's only played 8 games for me, it says. I think I've played a lot more with Kristaps. He's played in all my PC games. But he is averaging 6 points per game. He's a knockdown shooter, like one of the best releases for a big man in the game. Great post hook and fadeaway of 83. He's 7'3", obviously, so he's the tallest power forward in the game. He's got an 80 shot 3, which is really good. He's got a good shot mid. He's got a good free throw rating. He's got a good standing dunk, decent driving dunk rating. His block of 85 is unbelievable. One of the best shot blockers in the game. He's got okay rebounding stats, but the fact that he's 6'11", the fact he's 7'3" means he gets a lot of rebounds. Speed of 68 leaves a little bit to be desired because it had been over 70 in all the other previous years, but again, it's not terrible. He's got low post defense IQ of 74. Not the best, but he's got a high block rating. But Kristaps is just, he's Porzingis. Like, I don't really think I need to explain much more. Kristaps is unbelievable every year. At the center position, we are going to be running with the star of this team, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Hakeem is the best out-and-out center that you can buy right now in my team. While for my style, I prefer using a Kristaps at center. I probably prefer using Karl-Anthony Towns just as a shooter. But if you want an out-and-out post player, you cannot go wrong with Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem's got 87 offense, 89 defensive overall. He comes with 5 gold badges: rim protector, defense stopper, open and specialist, drop stepper, and post spin technician. He's also got an 86 post fadeaway, 89 post hook, open shot mid of 85, contested of 80, got an insane fadeaway. He's got a standing dunk of 85, which is really nice. He's also got a 78 block, which should be way, way higher than that, to be completely honest. He's got really good rebounding stats. He's got good speed of 70, good acceleration of 70. He's got low post defensive IQ of 86. And to be honest, stats-wise, you might think that David Robinson's better, but just animations, actual post-game, Hakeem is just that little bit better in my opinion. Him and David Robinson, very, very similar. I prefer Hakeem a slight bit, but it can go either way. Some days I prefer using Robinson. And then I think Hakeem is just probably slightly better than Al Jefferson when it comes to out-and-out post players. And then the rest of them are kind of stretch fives that do a little bit more, but aren't as good as that one specific thing as Hakeem. Now we're on to the bench. The point guard position is a 2 guard. And again, as I said with Tatum, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I really like Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, basically the cheap sapphire Kobe. He's got decent shot mid, decent shot 3. He's an 87 driving dunk with a 85 tendency. He's got decent free throw. Okay ball control. He's an okay defender, but he's quite fast. Speed of ball leaves a little bit to be desired, but he's fast enough that with speed and acceleration, that doesn't really matter. And he's just a really nice card. He can shoot, he can dunk, he can play defense, and is not a bad card to use at all in this game. At the 2, we are going to be running, well, basically the 1, 2, and 3 in this bench lineup are if it ain't broke, don't fix it type players. At the 2, of course, we are running with this guy, the best shooter in my team, except for Del Curry. So, well, the second best shooter, Jayson Richardson. I think eventually he's going to go up to like 7 or 8 KMT. But at the minute, I think he's still around the 2 to 3 KMT from the last that I checked anyway. Jayson Richardson, 6'6", 83 offense, 82 defensive overall. He's got open shot 3 of 82, but the best release in the game, in my opinion. Well, no, I don't green that many, but he is the easiest release to not miss time. Well, he's shooting technically 100% from 3 because every game I played with him has been a rage quit. And you'll see in his gameplay, I think he went 3 of 3. In a lot of gameplays I play on this channel, he does go like 3 of 3, 4 of 4. It's the most consistent shooter I've used. Mo Peterson is the opposite, the streakiest shooter I've ever used. Mo Peterson averaging 7.2 points per game for me. He is shooting well over 50% from the field and 50% from 3. He's got 1 silver, bronze, 1 silver, 1 gold badge. And he's 6'9", so he can play at the 3. Like, he's still one of the taller small forwards in the game at 6'9". He's got that insane open shot 3 of 88, great open shot mid, really nice release. The only problem with him is, I'm trying to think, can you see hot zones? There, you can see it in the hot zones here. He's got cold zones everywhere. If he didn't have cold zones everywhere, this would be the best card, period, in my team. Unbelievable card as is. Even with the cold zones, he's still a beast, but if he didn't have those cold zones, he'd be the best card, period, in the game. Better than Rudy Gay. And better than most of the diamonds. And then probably all the diamonds as well. But anyway, now we're on to the power forward position. At the 4 and 5, we are going to be running with Sapphire, Ben Simmons. And then his dynamic duo, we are going to be running with Ruby, Joel, and Embiid. So with the dynamic duo, Ben Simmons actually goes up a lot in open shot mid. His open shot mid goes up to, it goes up to a 72, which means he might actually hit them. His open shot 3 only goes up 4, so he's still not going to hit a 3-point shot. Like, he goes up 110 total stats though. His driving dunk goes up 486, his driving layup goes up to a 92, and his defense all improves. Every part of his defense improves, which is really, really good. So this Simmons card is brilliant as is, and he just becomes better with the dynamic duo. Embiid only goes up 10 total attributes, but to be fair, they are kind of 10 important stats. His 3-pointer goes up to an 85, so he becomes a really solid, 75, so he becomes a really solid 3-point shooter for a big man, and his defensive rebound goes up 4 to a 92. This card is unbelievable as is. He's really good defensively, low post defensive IQ of 89. He's got a great block of 88. He can shoot the ball from mid, he can shoot the ball from 3, and is just a really solid center. To be honest, I kind of half regret not using Wiggins and Towns, but this duo is equally as good. And lastly off the bench, we're just going to go with 3 Emerald cards that I think are really cheap. I think they can kind of hold their own, I guess. We're going to go with Tobias Harris. Like, these guys are the single cheapest cards you can get in the game. Actually, I'm going to put in a Sapphire, a Sam Whiteside, just in case we need another center. I don't think we will, but I'm going to put him in anyway. Sapphire, Sam Whiteside is like 12k or 1200 MT. And then, let's see who else we're going to run. We're going to put in Zach LaVine just so we can play at the point guard position. He can dunk, he can slash, he can shoot a bit. So anyway, yep, that is the team. In my opinion, it's the best team you can get for 60k. Anyway, now let's get on to the highlights. So anyway, that's the video. This team, I honestly think, is really good. It's got everything you need. It's got a point guard that can take over a game on the starters and the bench. 2 wings that can shoot the lights out and also create their own shot. Well, all of them except McCollum. You've got a power forward that's going to be able to outrun a lot of power forwards. 1 power forward, well, the bench power forward that can play as a point forward. Another that's basically an extra center on the floor. And you've got 2 centers that can play inside, that can protect the rim. And both of them can shoot mid-range shots, with Embiid having the extra slight advantage of shooting 3s over Hakeem Olajuwon. And 3 guys off the bench that probably won't play, but if needed, they could do a bit of a job. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.